All right, let's talk about the most amazing and honestly, the weirdest thing in the known universe your brain. We're going to peel back the layers and look at some of the strange and surprising things it does behind the scenes. All the little shortcuts and programs that are running your life when you're not even looking. So let me ask you this right off the bat. Who's really in the driver's seat? Are you in control of your brain, or is it secretly pulling all the strings? The answer, as you're about to see, is way more complicated than you think. Let's dive in. So, to kick things off, let's look at all the clever ways your brain actually tricks you. It's full of these hidden shortcuts and weird ways of seeing the world, and we're going to start by busting a myth that almost everyone believes. We all love to think we're amazing multitaskers, right? Juggling a million things at once. But I've got some news for you. It's kind of not real. Your brain can only truly focus on one heavy-duty task at a time. What feels like multitasking is really just your brain jumping back and forth super fast. And every single jump costs you mental energy. I mean, sure, you can walk and talk at the same time because those things are pretty much on autopilot. But have you ever tried to really read a book while you're also trying to follow a movie? It's impossible. Your brain just doesn't have the bandwidth to handle two big things like that at once. One of them's going to lose. Okay, so multitasking is a bust. Fine. But what about our memories? I mean, those have to be accurate, right? They're like these perfect little video files stored in our heads. Well, what if I told you that's not quite right either? Okay, get ready, because this one is a bit of a mind bender. Every time you remember something, your brain isn't just playing it back. It's actually rebuilding it, and in the process, it changes it, just a tiny bit. So you're not remembering the original event, you're remembering the last time you remembered it. It's like making a photocopy of a photocopy. Each time, it gets a little fuzzier. And it gets even weirder when you think about your daily choices. What to eat for breakfast, which route to take to work. You probably think you're actively deciding all that, right? Well, it turns out the vast majority of your decisions are made subconsciously. Your brain is basically on autopilot to keep you from being totally overwhelmed. And this brings us to this really fascinating paradox, the Dunning-Kruger effect. Here's the crazy part. It often means that really smart, capable people tend to think they're, well, not that smart. The more you know, the more you realize how much you don't know, which can make you underestimate your own abilities. It's a funny little quirk of the human mind. Okay, so we've been looking inside our own heads, but what happens when our brains interact with other brains? Turns out we are not designed to be alone. We are hardwired from the ground up for social connection. Now take a look at this number, 80%. What do you think takes up 80% of our conversations? It's something we all do every single day, whether we admit it or not. You guessed it, gossip. But hold on, before you judge, from a brain's perspective, this isn't just petty talk. It's a deeply ingrained social tool. It's how we learn the rules of our group, figure out who to trust, and basically navigate the super complex world of other people. It's social information gathering. And that social wiring goes right down to our biology. Just this simple act of holding hands with someone you love does incredible things. It actually lowers cortisol, that's your stress hormone, and boosts oxytocin, the love hormone. It can literally make you feel less pain and stress. It's a biological superpower. And here's why that connection is so powerful. You know how social rejection can feel like it physically hurts? That's because, to your brain, it kind of does. Your brain releases the exact same kind of natural painkillers for emotional pain as it does for, say, a stubbed toe. A broken heart and a broken bone look surprisingly similar inside your brain. So this is all fascinating, right? But what can we actually do with this knowledge? Well, let's talk about how we can hack our brain's habits, especially when it comes to dealing with all the temptations of the world we live in today. First off, let's just throw out an old myth. I'm sure you've heard it. It takes 21 days to form a new habit. Yeah, not so much. The latest research says it's actually closer to 66 days on average. So if you've ever given up on a New Year's resolution in February, don't feel bad. You were just getting started. Your brain just needed more time. And this explains so much about modern life. Look at the blueprint for social media and junk food. It's the exact same loop. Both are powered by dopamine. And here's the secret. Dopamine isn't the pleasure of getting the reward. It's the pleasure of anticipating it. It's the maybe this next scroll will be amazing feeling that keeps you hooked. It's the chase, not the catch. Now for our last section, let's do something fun. Let's talk about the hidden powers of what we usually call a lazy brain. Because it turns out some of the most powerful things your brain does happen when you're not trying at all. Case in point, just go outside. Seriously. Spending time in nature isn't just relaxing, it's like a tune-up for your brain. It literally triggers chemical releases that boost your thinking and slash your stress. Most importantly, it gives the front part of your brain, the bit that does all the hard work and focus, a chance to just chill out and recharge. Okay, I've got one last big number for you. Check this out, 30 to 47%. That is a huge chunk of your day. What could you possibly be doing for nearly half of your waking hours? Believe it or not, you're daydreaming. Your mind is just wandering. And I know we've all been told to stop daydreaming and get back to work, but it turns out that might be some of the worst advice you could get. Daydreaming isn't a bug, it's a feature. It's when your mind is off its leash that it connects ideas in new ways, boosting your creativity and, weirdly enough, your productivity. It's your brain's built-in problem-solving workshop where you can sort through your thoughts and even try out different versions of the future. It's a superpower. So, we've covered a lot of ground, from the myth of multitasking to memories that change over time to the hidden creative power of just staring out a window. We've peeked behind the curtain. And that leads to the real question. Now that you know a few more of your brain's secrets, what are you going to do differently?